I've been busy. I've been very busy. I have had multiple conversations with multiple people who's had this thought, who's had this moment that reminded them of things that was not true. So my message today is a little different. Each message that I ever deliver on this topic has always been personal for me. It has always been important to me. If you can hear the sound of my voice, please listen to me. What you are feeling is valid. The pain, the doubt, the regret, the stress, the questioning, the not understanding, the confusion, the fear, the happiness, it is validated. It is not a figment of your imagination. It is not something that you just made up. Those feelings are real. And just because you are a man or a woman or whatever other thing you come up with does not mean you are not allowed to display those emotions because they are valid. Strength does not come from bottling up these things. Strength does not come from acting as if though if we don't talk about it, it won't have an impact or some type of effect. Strength comes in saying, I'm hurting, I'm sad, I'm frustrated, I'm mad, I don't like this, and I feel that. Strength is being able to say to yourself the truth that everything is just not all right. When people are asking you, how are you doing? And you're saying, I'm okay, I'm good. That's not where your power lies. That's not where your strength comes from. It comes from the moment you are willing to tell the person, today, I'm just not feeling the best that I could be. And there's so much I want to say, but I don't know where to start. And not everybody's going to be prepared for that message. But know this, I am. And if you need to get in contact with me, it's not hard. It's Instagram, it's my Discord, it's putting a message on my video, we need to talk, or come holler at a brother or sister Luke. But I just want you to know something. If for some reason I can't get to you fast enough, I just need you to keep fighting, to hold on. And if you can't hold on and you feel like you're getting towards a certain point, three numbers, whether it be 911 and speaking your truth or 988 and speak your truth. Because whether you know it or not, tomorrow needs you. So before you make a decision that we have to live with, make one that you can live with and get help. Remember, I'm always praying for you. Now let's talk football.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Pride Nation. Oh my God. They got me yesterday, people, but today was not the day for it. Not only did I make sure that they didn't get me today, I have much to say. If you're not in the mood for no Patty Luke today, this is your opportunity to step away. If you're not excited about football conversation, this is your chance to exit stage left. Please leave a like on your way out the door. My job is not to change your mind. It's not to just report news or give you perspective on it, but to make you think about the possibilities, to make you think on something that may not be discussed. And I'm going to be discussing some things that many of you are not going to like. Many of you are going to try to make it seem like I just made this up out of the wind. Like I just and just decided that this is what we're going to do. So if you ain't looking for Patty Luke today, at least for the first part of the show, I totally understand. I still love you. Nothing's going to change with that. But I'm about to get Patty because Patty Luke ain't necessarily always petty, but he's very damn angry with stupid stuff. Stupid stuff can bring the most pettiest side of Luke out. That's all I'm saying. All right, good people. Let's see who's in the building with me today. All right. We got my man Detroit Lions Talk with John Kapler in the building. He says, I know I might get distracted and totally forget about this, so I'm going to say this now. Go to Detroit Lions. Go to G. What's up, people? Shout out to the people. Looney Tunes in the building with me. Giovanni Lyons in the building with me. The Artist is in the building with me. NFC North champs this year. Okay. Crimson Shadows in the building with me. Big T is in the building with me. Detroit D, my brother from another mother from Royal Lions UK. Anthony Mister from Royal Lions. He says, don't make him angry. You wouldn't like him when he's angry. Listen, hey, it's too late. It's too late. I've tried to contain a lot of things, but this ain't the time. Zachary Jones is in the building. We got my man's friendly neighborhood Lions fan in the building. BD Buster is in the building. All right. Let's get it. We got my man Tim Hutchinson in the building. Perry Ball is in the building. D-Town Diplomat is in the building. Midwest Lion is in the building. Obviously, my man Matt Roar, the Lions UK family members in the building. Ted, I'm probably gonna mess this up, but Cheney is in the building. Old Timer Dave, what up, though, sir? I'm happy to see and hear from you. Hope all is well with you. You're gonna have a good one today. Billy Venable is in the building. Antoine is in the building. Detroit Song, Big Will's in the building, and D-Map Zoom. Now, if you're looking at this photo, it's obviously a silhouette, right? Because we're going to play a game, a very similar game that is played from one of my favorite animes of all time. All right? One of my favorite. Let me get myself together. We're going to play Who's That Detroit Lion? You know that game that they play, Who's That Pokemon? Who's that Detroit Lion? Another freaking receiver. Luke, you overreacting. Haven't got started yet. Let me cook. Another receiver. Another asset to the offense. Another person to come in for competition. Those are all the narratives you're going to hear. All the things you're going to hear. But guess what? I got problems. I really do. Here's my thoughts on the Denzel Mims, whatever his name is, trade. I hate it. And I hate it for reasons that's not pertaining to what people think it is. I hate it for reasons that many people ain't going to agree with. First things first, people. Feel free to help me. I'm trying Old Timer Day to remember blood pressure. It's hard. First things first, people. When do we need more offensive help? When do we need more offensive help? Last time I checked, the worst part of this team was what? Defense. You got draft picks, and I don't care what year it is, but you got draft picks to take a look at on players, but you can't take a look at no D tackles. You can't take no look at nobody who can help the defense. You really think you're going to go into the season with an improved secondary to help you stop the run? As if though, if your secondary is making a bunch of tackles, that means that they've gotten past your D-line and your linebacker. We're going to skip over that. You keep investing money into the offense. You keep investing assets into the offense. I hope Denzel Mims is a really good player. I hope he makes the roster. I hope he's a diamond in the rough that was poorly used. But there's some things that I'm seeing from this fan base and this media that's a bunch of hogwash, or in my brother's terms, it's complete rubbish. Just rubbish. Let's start off with the first thing. Denzel Mims. Oh, he's big. He got speed. He's going to reinvent the he's our ex. I want y'all to understand some things. Perspective is everything. Perspective is everything. And when you look at this perspective, it changes the way you view this stuff. It changes it. For example, you explain to me, how is it possible for a man to be taken in the second round, pick 59, and go 3 seasons in what? How many games? Let me make sure I don't mess it up. I don't want to mess up the number of games. I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to mess up the man number of games. Man played in 30 damn games, and you telling me he never found the end zone? Well, look, he technically did in preseason. Oh, that counts, because they add those stats to it, right? Oh, but he's got speed. Go and look at the highlights. Every highlight he's in, those are contested catches. Good, but let's not act like he a burner. Let's not act like he out here shutting them down. He burning past people. Whoa. What's going on, Mars? You out here got people, and I'm looking at Twitter, I'm looking at Reddit, I'm looking at Instagram, I'm looking at Facebook, I'm looking at all these social media feeds of it was so much hype and love. Why do we do this? Every time we get a player, he's the bomb. Why? I love this comment from my man Matt. Shout out to him. He said, I'm sorry, I didn't realize he had a quarterback ever. Well, that's why this picture is up here. Because I'm going to play a little game called Who's That Detroit Lion? Let's talk about some people for a minute. Y'all remember a guy named Dan Orlovsky? Y'all remember him? Do y'all? If y'all remember him, let me know something in the chat. Please do. Y'all remember Dan Orlovsky? I just want to make sure I ain't tripping. I'm gonna make sure people remember the man's name. Okay. Now, I'm gonna work my way back on this, but please bear with me. Okay. Dan Orlovsky. Nobody's ever gonna mistake him for being a quarterback. Nobody. And yet, somehow, he's managed to put the ball into the end zone, right? Well, Luke, we're talking about a receiver versus a quarterback. Yeah. But guess what? That man has played with over 5 quarterbacks. 5 quarterbacks he's played with. You telling me out of 5 quarterbacks, could nobody get this man the ball? Nobody. 5 quarterbacks couldn't. Josh Johnson couldn't get him the ball. Mike White couldn't get him the ball. Sam Darnold couldn't get him the ball. Right? I'm not being funny when I make this up. Zach Wilson couldn't get him the ball. Joe Flacco couldn't get him the ball. And if that's not enough for you to understand how disrespectful I'm about to get with this, please keep up. We're using an excuse that he didn't have a quarterback. He's not going to play on this damn team. Whose spot is he taking? Whose spot is he taking? We act like it's enough balls to go around. Let me remind the people. You went out, you drafted a guy who was hurt for a whole season, now out for 6 more games. No big deal. Even while he was gone, you still had a number 1 to number 5 scoring offense. He's going to come back in 6 games. Cool. But for 6 games, he's not going to be here. You go out, you sign Marvin Jones. Cool. You re-signed Josh Reynolds just last year. Cool. You still got Amon-Ra St. Brown. You still got Khalif Raymond. You draft Antoine Green for competition purposes. You go in the 2nd round, add a tight end that's supposed to be a pass-catching tight end. You go out and get an Elvin Kamara type running back in Gibbs. Who in the hell is going to get the ball to him? And you did all this to take a look at him. For what? And then I got to look at fans and media. Oh, what's you going to get and how he's going to change? He's not going to change nothing. Think about this. A team that traded for Aaron freaking Rodgers said, we don't want your 6'3", 4'3", running butt. No, we don't want you. We're going to go out and get Randall Cobb. We're going to go out and get Lazard. Then we're going to draft some people. We don't want you. You don't think they need receivers? You go out and get the quarterback finally, and they still don't want you. And then I gotta listen to fans act like he finna come here and reinvent the wheel. Whose spot he taking? We'll run first team for the most part. You've added a multitude of different players. Whose spot he taking? I'm not being funny about this. Oh, well, Luke, if he don't make the roster, then we don't lose nothing. I don't care. Why is our attention constantly on freaking offense? How much more you got to give Jared Goff? I mean, seriously. Do you realize you have the third lowest spending cost when it comes to a defensive unit? We act like they don't see this stuff, Westbrook. We act like, oh, they don't produce. Garrett Wilson did. Everybody giving the benefit of the doubt. Right? But we forget Trinity Benson. This is not nothing new. Like, I'm trying to understand, who's that Detroit Lion? Who is it? Who is it? I'm tired of seeing. Matter of fact, I got a better question for you. I'm going to put it in the chat. I bet you can't answer this one. I guarantee you that there's not a singular person in here that can answer this one. I guarantee you. You know why I know? Because I can't even answer it, and I've tried hard. Are you ready for the question, people? Simply put, who's the players? Name me the players that your general manager has traded for on defense. Name them. Name me the players your general manager has traded for on defense. Let me put it in the chat. Name me the players. Because I'm telling you, it's going to be scary when you think about it. Even if J-Mo not available for week 1, you know, let me finish typing my question. I'm trying to be cool. Because this is ridiculous. Even if J-Mo is not available week 1, it doesn't matter. You know why? You alleviated that when you brought in Antoine Green for competition purposes. When you brought in Marvin Jones. When you re-signed Josh Reynolds. When you go out and get Gibbs because you calling him a weapon and he can play slot and he can do. Now all of a sudden we forget this. When you go out and get Laporta because he can do all these things. We forget this. We forget all of this now all of a sudden. We forget that. But I got to hear this other stuff. So, let me show you. I want you to see how hard this is. There's no way nobody's ever going to convince me that this is not a problem. What's your problem, Luke? My problem is you keep investing in the offense and we have serious problems on defense. When you going people, I have had conversations with all type of beautiful people in my Discord. Ask me, who does you want? Go out and talk to the damn Dallas Cowboys. They not playing all them D tackles. They just drafted Mazi Smith. You don't think they're willing to get rid of one of those D tackles? I personally wanted the D tackle from UCLA that they took. Maybe he's up for grabs. I don't know. Give them a damn phone call. Maybe Nevin Gallimore is up for grabs. I don't know. Give them a phone call. I can make a few other team names phone calls, but let's get down to the nuts and bolts of it. I want you to see something. 3 years, people. What you're looking at is the list of receivers, not including tight ends, not including running backs, the list of receivers with no touchdown through 3 seasons from the 2020 NFL Draft. Fun fact, DeAndre Swift has more receiving touchdowns than Denzel Mims. That's not the point. I'm just trying to figure out why we as a fan base getting hyped about another damn receiver, why we as a fan base are okay with constantly putting in more and more investments in offense when every time I look back, we lost because of defense. I was just talking about this and had a whole panel try to set me straight. And what do you know? Voila. We back at it. Just like I thought. More offensive help. I want you to look at it. Denzel Mims, 2nd round, pick 59. One player in the 6th round, James Proche, or whatever you would pronounce his name, played more games than him and didn't have a touchdown. Look at the list. 6th round pick, 3rd round pick, 5th round pick, 7th round pick, 7th round pick, 4th round pick, 5th round pick, 5th round pick. Count it up. 3 years. And this can't all just be on no damn quarterback. This can't all just be on no coach. This can't all just be, no. He was buried under the damn roster when he got there. He's going to be buried under the Lions roster. Which brings me to my next point. Why we just couldn't let them release him? Oh, because he wasn't going to clear waiver wires? That's what we're going to talk about? We're going to ignore that part? How do you know we haven't called? If I call and I ask a prostitute for a free deal and she say no, I don't care. I don't go and find somebody and just still spend for the heck of it. You don't spend money. This is the equivalent of telling somebody like, why pay for the cow when you can get the milk already? There's no point in this. They didn't have all these trade partners. They had the Lions, which is why you can trade a 2025 pick away. And before somebody go, well, it's so long, it ain't gonna matter. What round did you draft James Houston in? Since we like to forget these things. To all my Malcolm Rodriguez people, what round did you draft him in? I'm just asking. These picks don't matter, right? What round did you draft him in? You have a general manager who is doing everything, including selling his soul to the devil, to prove that this quarterback should be the franchise quarterback. But that's not even the whole worst part of it. The whole worst part of it is this. The whole worst part of it is this. Whether you lose a pick or not, you wasted time. He's still gonna get some money from you because he's on the roster, right? He's got to. Somebody got to pay him, right? It ain't like the Jets are just deciding, hey, we're gonna pay for him to come to you. No, that's not what's happening. That's not what's happening. They went out and did it again. Added another asset to the offense. We up here talking about when we gonna get more depth at the interior D line, more linebacker help, hell, even another cornerback. We got to deal with this. I want you to see how many people on that list with him and where they was drafted at and where he's at. If you think that's bad, for all the people acting like we got this fast stud who looks like he can't run routes. Let's just take a look at how hard it is. Let's just keep going down before we get to front. So obviously, we can look right here. There go Denzel Mims, right there. No touchdowns, right? No touchdowns. Meanwhile, everybody got more touchdowns than him. Well, he's going to get touchdowns with us. In preseason, maybe. He's not touching the field. He ain't changing nobody's barometer, which is why they couldn't find a trade partner and why it was announced that if they didn't have a trade partner, they was going to release him. Why not just try to go and sign him and say, you know what, bump it. And guess what? If he don't clear waiver wires, so what? You didn't have a weakness at receiver. All of a sudden now we got to find receiver help when we went way longer than 6 games without Jameson Williams. Now it's 6 games, it's dire. We went way longer without him. Didn't hear a peep out there. He's for the future, Luke. He's for the future. And now I got to listen to people try to hype this crap up. This is a low risk, high reward. So let's say he comes here and he balls out. Great, right? He comes here, he balls out. Great. He's on the last year of his deal. Would you say he needs to get a contract? Yeah, I'm sure you will say that, right? Yeah. All right, so now you don't pay him, and now he reverts back to who he was. These are receivers, dime a dozen. You don't need to go out and make these kind of things. Everybody got a touchdown. Running backs got a touchdown. Tight ends got a touchdown. Linemen's got a touchdown. Linebackers got a touchdown. Look at this list. People who ain't even played a single game or had a single start got a touchdown. This man, come on, bro. 3 years? You telling me 5 quarterbacks in 3 years and nobody can get this man the ball? I call a cap on that. Show you something crazy. Look at this. Andrew Thomas, tackle, got a touchdown. Danny Pinter, guard, got a touchdown. And we got people out here talking about this is a good trade. This is bull. This is trash, bro. There's nothing about this that nobody gonna make me feel good about. There's nothing gonna make me feel good about this. You don't need to do this. You just don't. I had every intention of coming on here and explaining how the Lions are going to succeed and how they can succeed and have a successful season and do successful things with their successful friends. But no, instead of getting a successful thing, I got to look at comments about people talking about how it's low risk, low reward, good trade, not a bad trade, blah, blah. He was going to be released. Let him be released. Here's another point right here. I think, Anthony, this is why I love you from you. You make a very good point. It's not like the offense is getting a lot of help from the trades. So why in the hell are we freaking doing this? Why are we doing this? If you're not getting a lot of help from the trade, why are we doing it? Why? To get a look at them? And I hear you. You say, oh, it's not that serious. But I'm going to tell you why it is. I had the same rant last year. Told y'all I'm sick of it. I'm sick of seeing investment upon investment upon investment on offense, and we just ignoring the defense. I'm sick of it. I was told linebacker lives don't matter, right? That's what I was told. Linebackers don't matter. They're a lost cause. I was told, yo, man, look, our defense gonna be this and this and blah, 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 blah. And then I watched every single one of the people in the building implode as they sat there and watched the Lions go 1-6. They wanted people fired. They wanted things burned down. They was packing up. They were doing it all. I didn't hear none of that. It's not that serious when they was 1-6. Not one. I didn't hear nobody say to me, oh, you know, it was, I saw somebody lose their cap after that Panthers game. I saw somebody lose their cap after that Patriots game. If this was a business deal, I get it. Oh. So if he make the 53-man roster, that means he beat out who? Antoine Green, Tom Kennedy, Alexander. He's not going to see the field. He's just not. You don't see me acting like this about them releasing Bagley. I'm cool with that move. I'm cool with them releasing Bagley. I'm okay with that. Why? Because Bagley is part of the reason outside of the defense why we lost against the Vikings. Kicker missed 2 kicks. And luckily for us, their kicker missed a kick. You don't hear me complaining about that. But this, Oh, it's not that big of a deal. We arguing about our fifth or sixth. He's not fifth or sixth. That's what I'm trying to say. He's not our fifth or sixth receiver. You got Jameson, he's only out for 6 games. You got Marvin Jones. You got Josh Reynolds. You got Amon-Ra St. Brown. Hell, he's not even our 6th option for a ball to go to him. And I can keep going with the names. You literally just drafted a tight end who will be a pass catching tight end that you can line up outside like Cato and Kelsey. Remember that talk? You got your Elvin Kamara type running back. Remember that talk? He can line up. He's a weapon. Why are we still adding all these other weapons? Name our receivers, look easy. Jameson Williams, Josh Reynolds, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Marvin Jones, Khalif Raymond. You got Antoine Green, who you drafted. That goes 6 right there, and I haven't even included Tom Kennedy Alexander. Haven't included none of them. Haven't included your tight end that you're going to use in that same capacity. Haven't included the running back that you're going to use in that same capacity. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of seeing assets go to the offense. I understand it, but the offense don't need no help. I can even understand if they added another guard. Sure. Brilliant. But another receiver? Have we talked about his blocking ability? Oh, okay. Let's pull strings. Who is he getting on the field with, bro? I'm not being funny when I say this, Minnie. Who is he getting on the field with? His blocking ability? Who he gonna block for, bro? He ain't starting. And at best, it's a damn shame that's going to be a tell when he's out there, we're running the ball. You went 3 years and you can't find the end zone? Stop playing with me. I love this one right here. Yes, come on, Greedy. You steady complaining, but ain't threw out any options to make our defense better. Yes, I did. You wasn't paying attention. But in case you missed it, let me remind you. If you want to go trade, you have people listen, I can name 5 trade partners that you could have stole things from the Washington Commanders to the Seattle Seahawks to the Dallas Cowboys, all the way to Denver. And I'm not just naming teams for the hell of it. I'm telling you, they have people. They drafted other D linemen. I know they're going to have other D linemen there. You want to go free agency? You could have did, what's his name? Adonis. I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong. From the Colts. I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong. You don't have no depth at the D tackle spot. You can't put your D in there. You had other options. What if I told you you could take that draft pick and you could have traded it to the Dallas Cowboys and got Nevin Gallimore, or you could have got I'm gonna botch his name because he's Nigerian. Aswa from UCLA. I always botch the dude's name. You could have paired it with him. What if that 6th round pick could have netted you a linebacker / hybrid type linebacker? Yeah, I have no clue. See, this right here, this is what I'm talking about. This is the fan base right here. This is what I'm talking about. I have no clue. He's a camp body. Then if he's a camp body, you don't trade for him. You don't trade for him. If he's a camp body and he's finna get released by the team, then see if you can pick him up off the waiver wire. You don't trade for him. Problem solved. Amon-Ra St. Brown 1, 2 J-Mo, 3 Raymond, 4 Reynolds, 5 Green, 6. Or are you saying 7 is Jones? Or are you saying 7 is Memes? Come on, brother. You can't name teams and call them trade partners when you have no clue their front office wants to actually trade. Okay, you pay attention. Keep watching. All you gotta do is go look at other teams like media. They talk about it all the time. The Washington football team has had conversations with trades and stuff. You know, I'm not saying I know that they didn't make the phone call or not, but what I'm saying is no trade should have ever happened for a receiver. You don't need more help on offense. You need more help on defense. You just don't. We carrying 7 receivers and Memes can't even play on special teams. Brilliant. You don't see me tripping about Bagley. I'm just wondering, when are we gonna really address it? I asked another question because I guess the first one didn't sink in. Where do you need help? Where do we need help on defense? Interior D line, linebacker, or even corner. Say I'm lying. That's where you need help at. I'll even put the link in the chat. Y'all can cuss me out later. But another receiver is what we did. And everybody's just so okay about it. I do. Every move. Y'all just love it. Come on, man. Then as soon as it don't go the way that you expected, you're going to say, you know what? I'm sick of this defense. It's Aaron Glenn's fault. Like it's dogs on here. Perry Ball, Luke, what D tackle do you could, huh? What D tackles do you could be cut? What D tackles do you could be cut? What D tackles I think could be cut? I think a few could be, but the same way we could pick them up in free agency, we could have picked this damn receiver up. That's just the way it is. I feel like we didn't have to waste assets on that. That was a waste of energy. That's a waste of time. I got it up there. You can see it for yourself. I just want you to see how hard it is. And I'm telling you, it's not just this. I had to go through like a bunch of other years. I just wanted to see how hard this was. It's hard for you to be that high and not get a quarterback. I'm sorry. Good luck finding another one. It's just hard. It says if he doesn't make the team, it's a wash. Camp means if he makes R53. Duh. Why is he here, Ike? If you ever see the movie What's What Got to Do With It, when the lady was met, why is she here, Ike? Why is he here, Ike? Why? Why is he here? We don't need offensive help. Quit trying to just downplay it like it's no big, no foul, no play. We did the same thing with Trinity Benson, including myself. Stop acting like we can downplay this. When is he going to make a damn trade for defense that matters? When is he going to draft somebody that matters when he's not in the top 5 or top 10 picking for defense that matters? You want to tell me Jack Campbell's going to matter? Cool. I want to see it. You want to tell me, oh, well, he took in 15 or 20 freaking defensive players? I don't care. Malcolm Rodriguez is meh. Levi Onwuzurike, I don't know what the hell going on with him. Josh Pascal is hurt. We ain't took nobody. Oh, you want to tell me about Broderick Martin? We gonna go back down that road again? Broderick Martin is so special because he's done something so special. And again, late pick, mid to late pick. Go on, time. Look at all his first round picks. He got Jack Campbell, and he got Aiden Hutchinson in 3 seasons. And then go look at the rest of his first round picks. Let me bring in Crimson Shadow. What up, though?
Hey, how you doing?
Trying to get people to think it's harder than I thought.
I mean, dude, you've seen me in the comments. Honestly, I'm shocked that anybody was really hyping Mims. I'll be honest with you, I don't care. It doesn't make me mad. Doesn't really do anything. I just look at it and go, woo. They traded a 6th-round pick for a guy to probably replace Cephas or something like that. That's the way I looked at it when we picked him up. It's not, if this was a Trey Benson deal where we picked him up for like a 4th round, then yeah, I'd be understandable. I'd be royally pissed. But really, a 2025 6th-round pick just to see what we got, sure, why not? I'm not exactly against. He's got the tools. Whether or not you can actually utilize them, that's going to be up to the coaching staff to be able to figure that one out. But yeah, I get why you're upset with the defense. I'm not gonna, say, oh no, we haven't done nothing on defense. We've done things on defense. We did address the secondary. We did do that. But again, we're still missing that D tackle. And I do agree. Is there options for us at D tackle? Yes. It's not the best options. You have Levi, but we have no idea what's going on there. He looks good when he plays, but can he stay healthy? You have Broderick Martin. We'll see what happens with Broderick. Maybe he's the guy. Maybe you might have something special there. I don't know. I'm not going to count him out, though. It'd be kind of rude of me. You still got Josh Pascal, which, yeah, I get it. He was hurt last year, but that was last year. This is now. If he's an injury magnet, then you have another problem there. And really, that's your 3 options from what I say that isn't bugs. And, well, you can do much worse than bugs, I guess. But, yeah, I'm kind of dismissive on this.
Here's my thing. Maybe I'm not clear enough. Maybe I'm not articulating it well enough. Let me be clear what my frustration is. Not even 48 hours ago, I was just saying it's amazing to me how we keep spending assets and money on offense and neglecting the defense.
You say that, but we did go hard on free agency this year on the secondary, so you can't say we haven't tried.
Oh, nope. I can't say that. You know why?
Okay.
Because you know why? You know why I can say that?
All right.
Because let's evaluate what really went down. What's the worst part of the defense?
The worst part of the defense, are you talking now or last year?
Last year. What was the worst part of the defense?
I'd say secondary all day and twice on Sunday.
Okay. And so when they couldn't stop the run, that was on the secondary?
Hey, man, part of the second, you were a linebacker, and part of a linebacker's job is to start the run as well, shoring up gaps. Keep in mind, the linebacker.
Right, but my question is this. My question to you is this. But my question to you is this. All right?
All right.
Was the reason that the Lions couldn't stop the run last season because of the secondary?
They didn't help.
That's not my question. I didn't ask if they helped or not. Because I know they didn't help. They wasn't much of anything. But I'm going to bring it back to you again. Was the Lions' reason for being unable to stop the run because of the secondary?
Again, you're asking me a question there. It's like, sure, I guess. Like I said, D tackles are one of our weakest positions.
Okay.
What?
So let me ask you another question. Can you name me one team that's ever stopped another team's run defensively with a good secondary? They didn't have no D tackles. They didn't have good linebackers. They just had a strong secondary. Can you name me one team?
Dude, I only really follow the Lions on that one. You're asking the wrong guy to go through history.
Okay, here. I'll take it a step back. Here, I'll take it a step back. Okay. When a person runs the ball, they got to pass a defensive lineman,
Yes.
a linebacker,
Yes.
before they get to the secondary.
Don't you count the linebacker as secondary as well? I kind of
Absolutely don't. No, I don't.
Really? I consider them just as much as secondary. Once you
Really?
get past that front line, yeah, I could. Oh yeah, with linebacker, I consider them secondary.
Really?
That's
So how many people you see? How many people you see? Good coverage linebackers. How many you see?
Good coverage linebackers? Well, it was your middle linebackers. I mean, you can have good coverage linebackers. Not
Right,
like
but how many in the NFL as a whole right now? How many? Name me the top 5, top 10 coverage linebackers.
Top 5 coverage linebackers. Dude, I've been drinking, man. You're going off my brain with 3 of these. Oh, dear God. Linebackers. God damn it. This is why I only follow the Lions.
Now, the reason I'm bringing this all up is for two reasons. Everything happens in steps. I'm telling you right now. You think I'm angry now? Wait, if we start losing games because of defense and they still running the ball on us, and y'all come in and start complaining, I'm throwing flags on the plays, ringing the alarms, and shutting stuff down.
Oh yeah, by all means, you have every right to do it. Like I said, I'm not going to sit here and say that we're going to go to this. We're not winning, be like, oh, we're winning the division. Oh, we're going to go and win the NFC North, and then we're going to go to the Super Bowl. No. I've been a Lions fan for 20 years. You're never going to get me to say that. It's football. Everything looks good on paper until it's put to practice. That is the fact about football. I've been hyped up too many times in my life to where I'm not going to just sit here and die on the hill and say we're going to be like this 10-win team. Anything can happen, especially injuries and such.
Tactical Pullman says you complained all about the secondary all last year. That they addressed the secondary, and then you complain about the D-line.
Well, okay.
Now, to be fair, when I was talking about the secondary, was that not during draft season? And I said, hey, they really need to add a cornerback or a safety because I don't like these corners. And then and even after the draft season, we come up this now. I told y'all, I'm not as high on Cam Sutton as y'all are. I'm not high on Mosley as y'all are.
What about Gardner, though?
I love Gardner. That's the best free agent signing he's ever done since he's ever been here.
That's it.
In terms of defense.
I like me some
In terms of defense. I love the Chauncey Gardner. You ain't gonna give me the fight you on that. I love that move.
But you could have addressed everything.
But that's my problem that I have is this. This is the same fan base who lost I'll watch these people, including Ben. When they drafted that running back 12, mouth drop. I saw the comments and everything. I was looking at it. I saw the media, the YouTubers and everybody that was pissed off.
Oh, it's pissed.
24 hours later, y'all felt better about it. He's a weapon. And everybody's feeling good.
Well,
that man did it. I'm just telling the truth. That's what happened.
I know, but I think it also helped that some people out there could remember this narrative to where you could literally just go out and take what's his face, Brian Branch, swap him out with Gibbs, and it looks better. And yeah, you really could have that mindset because you did get a first round talent in Brian Branch. I love the pick, and you did address linebacker with Campbell. Not my favorite of the linebacker. He's good. I think he'll be an excellent field general, but I still think there's some work with him.
Okay, I'm bringing in my man D-Map Zoom. What's up, though?
What's going on, my brothers? What's going on with y'all?
Man, talk your talk. I'm just looking at it like this. The Bagley thing, great. The kicker's gone. He missed a few kicks that I felt that should have just easily went in, and he played us on it. Okay, cool. But I'm also looking at this damn defense, and I'm trying to figure out where we at with this. So what you got, man?
Man, yeah, I agree with the kicker. I was saying he got released. I'm like, good. He's the reason why we lost that damn Minnesota game.
100%. I mean, him in the defense can't hold no goddamn body, but okay.
Yeah, I'll say defense too. I'll say that was just terrible. Yeah, but yeah, it sucks. I saw they went and got that receiver. I'm like, okay, but
he's not replacing nobody, bro. He's not replacing. I even got my other brother Matthew from Royal Lions UK. Shout out to my family over the pond. I even got him talking about he's the 7th receiver. Like, come on, bro.
Oh man, I saw that. I was laughing.
He's not getting in. He's not going to get in. Like, come on, bro. He's the 7th receiver.
Yeah, it sucks. We ain't gonna have J-Mo this game, but man, they really did do by BR saving grace. Like this the Allah, the God. Like, oh my God, he gonna save us. No. Question is, are D line good enough? For some reason, I think we still missing at least one more guy, at least one. They can figure out some way or see probably wait for cuts and whatnot to try to get another dude in here. Then I'll be like, okay, now if it don't work already, but it's like they still haven't addressed the D line yet. Wonder when they gonna do it.
He going back into the season with the same D line that gave up all these rushing yards. Like, I'm not much. Like we didn't change anything. Like I'm not the hardest one to please, but come on now, it's the same D line.
It's literally the same. It's like the secondary. Oh yeah, they spend money. They spend money on that secondary. They didn't play. Like what I like. They got some dudes that's decent. Especially CJ Gardner. He a beast. Also, we got him. I'm like, wait, we got him for 1 year deal. How? But
let's hold on. Why we couldn't just go out and try to sign Mims in free agency if we wanted to get a look anyway? We just wanted to get a look.
It was a 6th round pick we gave up, didn't we?
Yeah.
If he makes the 53-man roster, but my point I'm trying to make is why are we even wasting our time with this?
Honestly, that was a waste.
They literally just traded and got Aaron Rodgers and said we still don't want you. Make that make sense. They literally got Aaron Rodgers.
Lions,
Even
Lions,
with
Lions.
Aaron Rodgers on your team, they found no use for you.
Now they're just waiting to make more room for more Packers to come in.
Yeah, possibility. Oh yeah, that's true. they went and signed Cobb. They went and signed Lazard.
Manny, who is this D line they address? I'm not being funny. Who's the D? Broderick Martin. Who? What did they add new outside of Broderick Martin?
Be about.
Outside of Broderick Martin, where's the D line?
Like, we don't know what he can really do.
Is he talking about like edges as well? Because Romeo's an edge. I mean, can he play D tackle? I don't think he can.
But yeah, defense wise, like we haven't gotten really addressed it other than the secondary. Haven't really addressed anything on the D line at all.
Jack Frost says Mims wasn't a free agent.
He was gonna be.
The
probably.
Jets were
He
going
was.
to
They're gonna
release
cut him.
him. They were going to release him if they didn't
They're
get a
gonna let him
trade. And they didn't get a trade until the Lions came
The
across.
Lions, Bear Holmes said, got Brad Deal. Like, oh, well, I give up 6th round on a conditional, and you give us the 7th and Mims. Oh, hey, great. I'll take it because we getting something. We're gonna let them go for nothing. Now we get something out of it.
They brought the dude from the Chargers. What dude?
Dude from my Chargers.
Chargers.
I didn't know who he talking about. I bought him to
Is he talking about that running back
Go Google it.
Jackson?
Go Google. No, that's no. We talking about for defense.
Let's see.
Another guy who not finna make the team. But go Google it.
Oh man, that makes no
let
sense.
me bring in 9 Drink. I'm giving everybody opportunity. Come in and tell me I lost my mind. I'm good with it. I'm good with it.
We
I mean,
need dogs on the D line.
9 Drinks. What up, though? 9 Drinks. All right, I'm gonna give you a minute. Come back.
I'm probably trying to get
I'll
it.
drink his ninth drink then.
Hey,
Let me see. What up, though, people? Let them build the squad. We haven't even had a preseason game, and fans are bitching. Yeah, I'm bitching because we keep on investing in offense.
which we don't need. We already got
We
enough.
don't
people
need nothing on offense,
We don't
but maybe a
need
guard, maybe more
Yeah,
guard.
I'd say. I mean, a
Maybe guard.
Yeah, true. Because other than
Maybe.
Glasgow was like the only guy we actually brought back.
or
there.
maybe another center with Brown being gone.
Maybe another center.
yeah,
Right.
true.
I can
Yeah, we did
see.
get
I
rid
can.
of
I
him.
can understand
We
that.
did
Wouldn't be
him.
upset
They
with
let him
that.
go.
Wouldn't be
They did
upset
let
with
him
that.
What's that kid's name from Kentucky we had? Captain Holds a lot. He plays center.
Yeah, I'm not.
They got that whole lot. No, it's like shit.
I'm just not. I just
About Stanberg?
here's my viewpoint.
Yeah,
here's
it's
my
Stanberg.
viewpoint. Right.
Yeah.
I'm not
I'm
trying.
surprised he's still on the team.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm not trying to be mean or anything like this. Not making the team. We didn't give up a single thing for Mims. I feel you. You didn't have to. He's going to get released.
Literally, we're gonna be able to give him an absolutely free.
He's gonna be released.
I'm just glad
Let him be released.
Great.
I don't care if we gave us something for him or not. That's not my problem. When are we gonna start trading and adding some quality freaking defensive players?
Yeah. When is that gonna happen?
The
Well-
only thing he's doing, Raw, the only thing he's doing, and I'm trying to get the people to see is he's
That's true,
trying
Raw.
to help
Yeah, it's
Jared Goff. He ain't
playing.
trying to do no defense.
Literally,
He ain't
trying to do
Jared
that.
dude is set, bro. He is kissing that boy behind.
I mean,
him,
to be
so-
fair, you need that offense to chug at full speed for Goff to succeed. That dude needs a team around him. He's not exactly
Okay, so that's fair. That's fair. He needs a team around him.
Yeah, he's not going to put the team on his back.
All right,
Oh no,
listen,
he ain't
this to the chat.
Stafford. Yeah,
This to the
Stafford
chat.
was that dude.
This right here is to the chat, and then I'm gonna bring 9 Dreams back in. Hopefully, he ready to rock and roll. But I'm gonna bring it back in. This right here is for the chat, people. All right. Right now, would you sign Jared Goff to a 5-year deal or a 4-year deal? Right now,
Shit.
I want the chat to tell me.
No,
Would you sign him to a 4-year deal right now?
no.
Unless he's coming back for cheap, which he's not.
Exactly. You getting us a
He's not.
discount? No.
Yeah, I don't see
When
it.
hitting the hooker, your time is ready. Time
Like,
now.
What I want them to do is I want them to trade him, and wherever the heck our OC goes to be a head coach, Goff's probably going to go with him, and they'll probably get first-round picks for it.
Perfect.
That's the way
I
I
would
look
take
at
it.
it.
I would take it. If you like hitting the hooker, it's your time, man.
All right,
I
let me try
hope
this one more
Hendon
time.
pans out.
Let me-
I
let me-
really
let
Oh,
me
hope.
try-
trust me.
Let me try this one more time. I'm trying
Would've
my
been
man
Heisman
Willie
Trophy
B. Hold on,
winner.
D-Mac. Hold on, D-Mac. Let me bring in my man Willie B in the building. What up, though?
Oh, what up, Luke? How you doing?
I'm good. Talk to me.
Hey, I just want to clear up why we did the trade, even though he was becoming a free agent. So what's happening right now in this part of the year is waivers. So for us, it's the way the waiver system works. It isn't everyone free for alls for people going into that get cut. It is those at the top of the draft order. So right now that'd be the Bears all the way down to the bottom. So for us, we're 18th in the waiver order. So what this move does, even though it may give up stuff if we keep them on the 53-man roster, it allows us to jump the waiver and get first chance of getting them. And you know what? If you don't make the team, hey, we don't lose a single fucking thing. And if he makes the team, well, shit, it means he was worth something. And, like, it was worth jumping the waivers for him. So that's kind of why I just want to jump in real quick and clear up that waivers thing. That's why.
Yeah, but if you went to another team, are you losing really much?
Right.
I mean,
What did you gain? Listen, what did you gain? Why is he so coveted that you had to make this deal? Why not try to see other? Why are we even having this conversation with them if they not trying to send us no damn defensive help? They ain't trying to send us none of them D linemen. So I don't want to talk to you.
Man,
Don't call me about no
love
receiver. I got receivers. I need help at linebacker. You want to let one of them linebackers go?
I mean, in defense, last year we were so hurt on wide receiver, we were on emergency. I mean, I can see that.
Literally.
Yeah, you know what though? You know why? Because you drafted a one who was already freaking hurt. You half the people you took were hurt. That's all I'm saying. And let me ask you a question, Willie B.
Okay, wait. That guy got hurt. But what happened to Amon-Ra St. Brown and Josh Reynolds? Both of them got hurt too, you know? So even if we drafted one, a healthy guy, we would have still been down to Tom Kennedy and Khalif Raymond as our second and third receivers. We would still been in a pinch.
How many games Amon-Ra St. Brown missed?
I think one with concussion protocol.
And yeah, one maybe at the most.
How many games
Yeah.
he missed?
I don't know. I think
one or two.
I think he missed. He got hurt, foot injury in the Patriots game.
Oh.
Patriots game. He so even though he came back into the Patriots game, wasn't the same guy. Had to stop him. And then,
but how many games did he miss? You can Google it.
I think 2.
One.
One.
I thought he got
So at the end of the day, he got 16 games, 16 starts, missed one game. You drafted a dude who missed well over one game. Then got suspended for another 6. Whether you think it's fair or not gonna argue that. That's my problem. But my point I'm trying to make to you is this. I don't have a problem with anything you said. I don't disagree with anything you said. I fully understand the idea of, we're going to jump the waiver wire. I understand all that. The question is if he's coveted so much, whose spot is he taking? Because even when Jameson comes back, he ain't unseating none of them other receivers that's ahead of him. Not a single one. And on top of that, they already got enough people on the team for that ball to go around.
Put it this way. He is more we're taking a swing at him because there's a reason he was second round pick. He ran a 4.38. 6.63. Wait.
Hollywood Brown ran a faster time. I don't see everybody.
Cool. Let me finish what I'm talking about. So the reason I'm bringing that up is that guy is a very, very high-end athlete. So why not take a high-end athlete that Brad Holmes probably had a high grade on, bring him in, see if there's something. If there's something, they're going to try and get more out of it. That means he's probably going to, if he makes the roster, he's going to see playing time. He'll probably end up being the 4th receiver in that case. 5th at worst. But, like...
The 4th receiver on what?
Our team. Okay. But if he shows promise and shows ability, there's easily a shot he can beat out Antoine Green? Okay. Tom Kennedy? Okay, he's gone. Like, there's an easy way for him to be the 6th wide receiver in our depth chart, which for us is necessary.
Is he beating out Khalif Raymond? Because I noticed you picked the 2 loneliest undrafted late draft pick there is. Is he beating out Josh Reynolds? Is he beating out Marvin Jones?
There's 4 right there.
Wait. The point I'm making is
no. on.
Wait, no, wait, because that doesn't matter.
Is he beating them out? Yes or no? It's a simple question. Is he beating them out? Yes or no?
I don't know. So why don't we bring him in?
Hold on, wait.
I don't know. So let's bring him in to check out.
You don't know if he's beating them out, but he can beat out Antoine Green and Tom. All right, it's been a pleasure. Go ahead.
Wait,
you got it.
wait.
Go ahead. You got it. Go ahead. So you don't know that
Because Tom Kennedy.
Receiver. That's real convenient. Got it.
Because in 4 years, who has Tom Kennedy beat out? He beat out people after they got injured. He was
3 years and 6 quarterbacks. Who is Denzel Mims beat out?
I don't like.
I'd say beat out Dakota, Dylan Drummond, Alexander.
The point I am making with Mims is that he's a high-end talent, and a GM's job is to bring in high-end talent. Let's check it out. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. Cool, whatever. Like, I don't get why we're getting upset. I know you want to address the defense, but like,
then you do know why we're upset. Then you do know why we're upset. See, you.
But why?
That's the problem. That's
cool. But why are we getting mad at us getting talent in the building?
What talent? The talent that's not going to be on the team talent? The talent that can't unseat nobody at that position talent? The talent that they didn't even want to keep because they had Aaron Rodgers talent? What talent?
Damn, that really sounds like every undrafted free agent. Why are we bringing them into the building?
He wasn't undrafted. He was took it in the second round, pick 59. So
Wait, that does not defeat what I was just saying in any regard. What I'm saying here is that, sorry, excuse me. He is. Hello? Oh, sorry, I was hearing something. His job is just to bring in shit into the building. I really don't get why you're so opposed to this. Like, were you just... And it's cool if you were, like, low on Mims coming out of the 2020 draft.
Very high on Mims coming out of the draft. But I got 3 years of NFL footage to say otherwise. He's not a good route runner. He's just not. Forget the fact that he went 3 seasons and 30 games and never got a single touchdown. He's not as good of a route runner as he was. I don't know what the hell happened. Maybe that injury set him back. I don't know. But here's what I know. I know we didn't need no more receivers. I know we didn't need no more offensive help. I know we need defensive tackles. I know we need linebackers.
Okay, who's clearing off the waiver wires that he could have traded for in this same style of fashion?
What do you mean? It don't have to be a 1-for-1. Use your resources. We've packaged a 6th-round picks with other things before and moved up in trades to get people.
Okay, who would you trade for? Who would you trade for?
I would trade for Nevin Gallimore. I would trade for I would trade for. I told you this in the Discord. I would trade for anybody that can help that interior D line and our linebacking core. We got Jalen Reed-Maybin back here. Don't know why his ass is back. Everybody wants to make it a 1-for-1. It is not a 1-for-1 thing.
But you're talking Neville Gallimore. If you want to stop the run, Neville Gallimore is not the way to go.
If you swap out, let's say you take out Aleem McNeil. Who's your nose tackle?
Our nose tackle is Broderick Martin. What do you mean?
And on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you about that?
If it's a run, 8-9. He's good against the run. The reason he went in the third is because he ain't too good against the pass.
I mean, that was a thing.
That's a big thing with DTs that kind of slip in the draft. The higher up ones, Mozzie Smith. Mozzie Smith is a freak athlete who can also get pressure on a quarterback. That's why he went as high as he did. It's why you see Brian Breesy go higher. It's why you saw Kalijah Cansey. They can all get pressure on the quarterback. Right? But Broderick Martin is brought in specifically to stop the run. That's why I don't really care too much about, the the best run stop.
I'm
We got-
bookmarking all of this because I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now. I'm about to go full-fledged a-hole. The same thing happened last season, and I told people what it was.
Wait, who are they calling it? Who are they saying last season?
Last season, I told them we need to address this defense. And all I kept hearing is how good the offense is going to be. And we went 1-6, and everybody, my YouTube family, everybody lost their shit. They're already locked and loaded to put the blame on the general manager. You just traded for a guy who caught less than 50% of his passes in 3 seasons. A guy who was targeted 92 times and only caught 42 of them. A guy who was on the team with Aaron freaking Rodgers, and the team was like, yeah, we can do better. Let's draft somebody else.
Or bring another Packer, like I said.
Or bring in another Packer, and somehow I ain't supposed to be upset. I got it.
Like,
You're right. You're right.
I mean, like I said, I get you. I get why you're mad.
Right.
For guys like us, why we're not really mad. It's the assets that we trade. It's like, okay, yeah, I get it. Our wide receiver depth is sus at times. I get why he did what he did. Cephas is gone. Bye-bye, thanks to the gambling BS. And now, now what the heck?
I came here for two reasons only. I came here to chew bubble gum, kick ass in the mall out of bubble gum. All right? Let's talk about it. Let's just look at it.
Oh, God,
This right here
we go.
is what we spend on offense. This is what we spend on offense. Matter of fact, I'm in the wrong damn column.
Look, you're gonna make me
down.
break out the liquor.
Let me bring it out.
Roger didn't bring it out already.
$134 million we spending on offense. Right? That's literally the 4th best spending on offense.
Money.
Let's look at where we at on defense.
Not a bad thing if your offense is good.
Can I ask you a question?
Nope. I'm in the middle.
Okay.
Look at the defense. $77 million. We spent $134 million on offense. $77 million. You know what's funny about a lot of these teams that's down here in this bottom? None of them made the playoffs. None of them defense we can just get so excited for us that they were good. If the Lions had a 15 to 20 defense, you wouldn't hear me say a word about trying out receivers and everything. But if you really want to try a receiver out, just simply try them out as an undrafted free agent. My issue is can we not waste time on this stuff and spend time on a bigger issue? Because we're not spending the right money on it. Look at the teams who spend money on their defense. Their defense and offensive money spending is pretty damn similar. Like the Bills. A team that you couldn't even beat with Geno freaking Smith spends more money on their defense. And I got people trying to figure out why am I upset. Come on, man. It's all good. Keep on giving all the money and the weapons to the offense. Keep on building it up for Jared Goff. The same guy that, according to this poll, that 78% said that no, I would not re-sign him to a 4-year extension. And yet we gonna keep trying stuff out and giving it to him. I got it. This is why I'm upset.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
How much of that offensive spending was done by Brad Holmes?
Most of it, if not all.
I mean, most of
it?
Most of our offensive budget goes into our O-line, which you're never going to get me to complain about.
He read up on Ragnow. Yeah, that's him. That's him.
Ragnow wasn't us. That was the previous regime.
Okay, so let's take Ragnow out. I thought that was underneath him. I stand corrected, right? The Penei Sewell deal, that's still on him. The Josh Reynolds deal still on him. The restructuring contract that he did with Jared Goff, that's on him.
Yeah, the big one is Jared Goff, which is $30 million a year.
Yep.
But outside of Jared Goff,
Okay,
a quarterback. Wait. Outside of Jared Goff, where quarterbacks normally have an exorbitant contract, defense actually has gotten more spending.
bro, I can literally
Out of Brad Holmes.
I can literally take the Detroit Lions offensive spending right now, do what you just said, and remove that $30 million. There's still $104 million spent more than that $77 million. Like I'm not.
But
It's not. You can't sugarcoat. It's still $30 more million spent on offense than it is on defense. What are we talking about?
Wait.
Even if I took off Jared Goff's contract, for what you saying is $30 million, I just took $30 million from that 34. That's $104 million. They still spending more money on offense, and a lot of the things that they got ain't just that. It's also these people that they keep bringing in to get a look at, that they sign and they cut. Like how we keep bringing in these whack quarterbacks, and then we sign them, then we cut them, and then we take a flyer on this running back, and then we sign them, then we cut them, because all that do add up.
Question: Was Brad Holmes the one who got the $104 million, or was a lot of that Bob Quinn? Because most of his spending, like the biggest spendings outside of quarterback, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, Alex Anzalone, John Kaminsky got $6 million a year, Cam Sutton, and then we go offense. You got David Montgomery. I think Lee Freeman got $5 million a year, and that's about it.
And you're also
So the way I'm looking at is Brad Holmes spending. Even through the draft, he's drafting more defense.
and
His spending, the dollars he's spent, has been defense.
I don't
Outside
have
of Jared Goff.
I don't have a problem with anything you said, right? I'm not even disagreeing in terms of the draft conversation, right? They're not. He's drafting scraps. He's not drafting dogs and shit. We're not draft. Just because you pick somebody up second overall, he's not drafting dogs on defense.
Lee's not a dog.
No,
You're high.
no, you drunk. He good.
Wait, Hutch?
No,
Oh,
he
that
said
just
a
me
lean.
up.
Yeah, but Hutch?
I just told
Hutch?
you you took him second overall. He's your highest defensive draft pick.
And is he a dog?
No, he's average. No, he's not a dog.
But NFL execs, coaches, and players ranked him in top 15
Then
defensive
why
ends.
he didn't go to the Pro Bowl, which was voted on by those same execs and players? Why he didn't go to the Pro Bowl?
Oh,
Why
just
he
that.
ain't
And
make all
fans?
Why he ain't make all
And
pro?
fans?
Why he ain't make a pro?
Nobody fucking gives a shit about the Pro Bowl.
No. Why he didn't make all pro? If all these people are so hyped on him, how come he didn't make all pro?
All Pro has what? 4 to 6 spots? Again, I said he was top 15. Behind the likes of TJ Watt, both the TJ Watt, Bosa's, Myles Garrett, them high-end pass rushers. In his first year, he made that. So I'm not really.
He's so great. There's nothing I'm going to say that's going to convince y'all otherwise. But the
And
reality
here's the
is,
thing, half of our defense is on contract.
I got people saying stuff like this. He almost won Defensive Rookie of the Year. Oh, I almost got with freaking Holly Berry. What the hell does it matter? It didn't happen. Almost? We're celebrating almost?
So in a year.
I'm not even.
So
Again, hold on. Wait a minute. This is to one fucking Lion fan who says now Luke is using the Pro Bowl. I'm not using the Pro Bowl as an example. I'm using the Pro Bowl to say according to Will B, aka my homeboy Will, he's saying, look, all these execs and players are saying this and this and this about him. And I said, and yet they voted on the Pro Bowl this year, and he didn't even get in. He didn't even get in. And to the people who are like, why are you calling him average? Because another guy who came in at 8 games did the same thing he did, but at a faster, higher level. I always hear people say this all the time, that our best pass rusher is James Houston. I dare somebody to argue me that that's not true.
Not gonna get me to argue
yeah.
it.
Oh, here. In response to Zach G saying, "Bro, he almost won Defensive Rookie of the Year." So if this was like what 2020 when Chase Young won it with 7 sacks, okay, that's a pretty big argument. This year, though, I actually agree with the argument. He almost won it behind Sauce Gardner, who came out and instantly became a top 5 corner in the league.
Which is very rare to see out of rookie CBs, I gotta say.
Okay, a runner up to a top 5 CB. Hey, I'll take that.
That's why you never got it.
So here's the thing. Almost counts in horseshoes, and we not playing horseshoes. The season before this past season, we was talking about we almost won this many games, and we only lost by this margin. Almost doesn't count. It's one of the number 1 hits back in the 90s by a very good R&B singer. I'm done with almost. I'm done with potential. I'm done with all that crap that people come up to make their sales feel better, then turn around like we don't got receipts to show that they pissed that the results didn't come out the way it was. I'm done with the low expectations. I'm done with acting like everything is so peachy and so cream and everything is good, because guess what? We don't have to worry about it right now. There ain't a damn thing happening. But I don't want to hear about almost. It's a guy on the team who did what he did in a faster, more efficient way, and that's why he didn't get the respect that he gets. So yes, did he get the fan vote? Sure as hell he did. The Michigan alumni is strong and huge, and the state of Michigan ain't finna play with him neither, right? But his own peers didn't put him in the Pro Bowl, and they voted.
Okay, so it's conspiracy then.
No. It's not conspiracy. It's wait a minute. on top of that, he didn't make no All-Pro, and we're talking about he almost won Defensive Rookie of the Year. That is about as weak of anything. Like that's like you saying you almost touched Charlize Theron's ass. You almost did. Who cares?
So it's a knock that our rookie defensive end didn't make All-Pro.
Yeah,
that's what it takes to be above average for us.
No. What it takes to be above average is me not.
I guess Micah Parson
Okay.
I guess Micah Parson average, man.
No, he made an All-Pro.
Not this year.
Now matters.
We ain't talking about this. What did he do his rookie season? Did he not get the respect of his peers to put him in the Pro Bowl and the All-Pro his rookie season?
You mean the guy who was compared to Lawrence Taylor his first year?
So now we want to talk about who people compare to. I thought we were just talking about what they did in their rookie season. See, this is what I'm talking about. Next. Go ahead. Anybody else can say it.
What next?
Meaning in other words, go to the next topic. I can't. Listen, y'all got it all figured out. I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna pray to God that y'all right, because I really need my team to win. I'm sick of it. I'm gonna pray to God that y'all right. But I promise you this: if they not, and do you come on here with this BS, I'm shutting that down on the most disrespectful way possible, because I'm gonna tell you, this is cap. I tried to tell y'all didn't want to listen. You didn't want to listen. All I want to see is if they can sit there and stop. If they can sit there and stop the run, if they can get it done with the same D-line that was out that first year, cool. But to bring up Michael Parsons and then
this all started because of a wide receiver that was traded for a 6th-round pick, and this is what we blew it up into. I'm just saying, this is blown out of proportion. Yes, I get it. The D-tackle position sucks. But to say we haven't tried to address anything for defense would also be kind of insane. I get you don't like Sutton. I get you don't like Mosley. I get that. It's more or less, from what I've gotten out of this, you don't like the moves that Holmes has made for the defense, except for Gardner. So really, it's not a matter of, now it's not addressing, it's a matter you don't like the direction the team's going because it's not the player you like.
To piggyback off that, hey Luke, what's the better cornerback pairing? Amani and Okudah?
He left.
Oh, what?
Either his internet's bugging out or he left.
Yeah.
I mean, am I wrong in that statement?
Well, our corners are upgraded. Like,
we don't know what Sutton's going to be. We don't know what Moses is going to be. I'm not going to be the guy to tell you we're going to win 10 wins. I don't fucking know. Nobody. This is football. Everything looks good on paper until it's put into practice. Okay, it's like communism.
Oh yeah.
Good in practice, terrible by results. I'm never going to tell you that. Oh, we're going to win the. It looks good on paper. We're going to do good. I don't know what we're going to do with the run. I don't. I expect us not to be as bad on the run because now we got linebackers. I hope they can shore up the hole and not blast past them, all the way back to where our corners and safeties are. That's what killed us last season. Don't even start with. I get it. Bugs isn't great. He's okay enough. He's serviceable enough as a number 2. We don't know what we're going to get with Levi. I understand that. Maybe he'll stay healthy. Maybe he won't. Perhaps we can move Pascal there. I think he'd be a fine D tackle. But again, it's all in ifs here, And here's the thing. I love Luke. I do. Great guy. But we're making this huge assumption because we traded a 6th-round 2025 pick for Mims. Who the fuck cares?
And it only goes through if he makes the 53-man roster.
Yeah.
But you know what? If he makes it in our competitive wide receiver room, it means he's worth it.
We read to the wide receivers. Luke wasn't doing that. I'll do that right now. Okay, you got Williams. Great. Love the kid. Love the draft pick. I think he's going to be great. Marvin Jones. We'll see how long he lasts. Guy's an injury magnet now. Okay, let's see. Amon Rock. Rock, there's your 3. Okay. You got Chase Coda. Oh, wait, you got Dylan Drummond. Who the fuck is Dylan Drummond? Oh, Josh Reynolds.
Y'all hear me?
Okay, there's your backup right
Yep.
there. Khalif Raymond.
Can y'all hear me?
Great. Enemy special teamer. Hope he's hurt because he's on special.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay. My power literally.
Oh, what happened to him?
My power went out.
Oh,
I
damn.
had to connect to my phone internet to come back in here. I'm disappointed. What's wrong with our energy grids these days? Now I know we had a little bit of rain, but it's over with.
Oh, that was harsh rain. At least where I was, it came. Oh yeah, it came hard.
I beat it. When I got here, it was still sun outside. And I looked up and everything is out, bro. Everything is out. Like I'm like, yo, this how we gets it in? This how we gets it in.
Yeah, but I think so. The fundamental difference between us, and I think it's something we won't be able to reconcile until after the season, is our outlook on who we have on the roster and their position in the schemes we are playing. I think that's going to be the toughest thing to reconcile for us.
Okay.
At least me personally. Because to me, from the film I've seen, Roderick Martin will give us next to zero juice in the pass. But he does his job as a big man. I've actually talked to the Western Kentucky D-line GA he had about him, and he called him the Group of Five version of Jordan Davis. And you know what? If he can develop into 70%, 75% of Jordan Davis as a late third-round pick, I'm more than all right with that. He don't need to have the passing. If he can stop the run for us and get us to those third downs, amen, brother. Yeah, and then you got Jack Campbell, who is a hell of a thumper. I mean, there are very few instances where he lost at the point of contact against the Michigan O-line, right, who are basically all draft worthy. So
I just don't see how we just ignore this stuff. I'm sorry. I just don't see how we ignore it. Now, to my man Manny, shout out to him. He says on July 20th, 2033, I think he meant 2023, Luke G called Hutchinson average. Yeah, I did. Yeah. You can at me at it. I said that. That happened. And I'm not shying away from it. There's a guy on the roster who literally came in and provided a spark for our pass rush. And most people will tell you he's our best pass rusher. And that's saying a lot, and he wasn't taken second overall. And that guy had the same sack totals as him, and at one point was ahead of him. And when you go through, you look at the season, like, I'm sorry, but most of his sacks came against trash teams. In the games where we needed him the most, he was missing. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah,
I thought you rage quit, man. I'm so sorry.
No, my power went out. It's still out, so it'll be back on in a minute. It'll pop back on. But
Yeah, funny.
I don't know how long. I don't know how long this stream gonna survive. What do you say? Thanks, Crimson. This is making.
Oh, you weren't there. I went on a fucking tirade when you were gone because I literally listed off all our wide receivers. And yeah, Mims probably is going to make the team because our wide receivers are trash, especially in the laters. Like Coda.
Oh, they are.
You want me to read them again? I can do it.
No, I already know who they are. Who's he replacing? That's all I want to know.
All right, guys, I gotta get out of here. So, all right,
Hey, you be safe out there.
peace out, lads.
Yep. Just tell me who you replacing. That's all I need to know.
Okay. Coda, probably gone. Drummond, probably gone.
I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Time out.
Alexander, probably gone.
Minnie said as soon as Luke caught Aiden average, YouTube booted him. That damn power went out.
You're hilarious. Oh, I love Manny.
I love this argument. Hutch had more sacks his rookie year than Myles Garrett, both Bosa brothers, but he's average. I don't care. I can name a bunch of players who had a really good first year and then do dilly squat afterward. I don't care.
Like, I don't know. Hutch to me, I think he's I was impressed that he got 3 interceptions. I was impressed by that. I don't see that often from an edge, so that was interesting in its own right. Do I think he's average? And I would say in the pass rush, very much I can see, like, he's still got that bull rush problem. Can he improve? Absolutely. I'm not going to just write him off and say, oh, he's average, meh player,
When I say he's average, this is what I'm trying to get people to understand, right? Listen, we like to do these comparisons. We like to find these things that make sense, right? Like he had a better, like Aiden Hutchinson had more sacks than J.J. Watts did, right? But J.J. Watts is going to be a Hall of Famer, right? And nobody's ready to tell me that they're going to doubt about Aiden Hutchinson. So when I say average, I'm saying, listen, let's just look at the Lions history, right? He did good for the Lions history, right? But here's the problem. A guy on the roster with him literally became the spark that we needed when we needed the most. Literally. And then on top of that, he did not have a better season than Ndamukong Suh. He just didn't. You got to understand something. He's on the outside. His road to resistance is way different than what Ndamukong Suh's road to resistance was. And Ndamukong Suh did a lot of big things.
Yes.
So all I'm trying to do is say, you know what? We like to hype up all these players and we fall in love with all these players and we fall out of love with certain players and stuff. But I'm just saying, we are hoping and praying that certain people rise up to the expectations when it comes to the Lions. And I'm just telling you, look, when you go and compare him, because we can name those people, you want to tell me he had a better season than a guy who's going to be a Hall of Famer, J.J. Watts, as a rookie? Sure. You want to tell me he had a better season than Myles Garrett and both the Bosa brothers? Sure. But he didn't have a better season than Max Crosby. He didn't have a better season than James Houston, in my opinion. James Houston was the spark that we waited for. And so to me, when I see a guy like that, when I'm expecting you to show up in games where you went against quality talent, where were you? Were you?
I mean, in my case, I would have to say, like, if I'm looking at this edge core between, Hutch, Houston, Romeo, I think that's easily one of our greatest strengths. Would you disagree that edges are one of our greatest strengths?
You talking about edge?
Yes, out of this defensive core. Do you think edge?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, edge is definitely I would say Hutch. There was moments with Hutch that made me just roll my eyes. Like, don't get me wrong. I remember when everyone was hyping him up during the Commanders game. That was the one. I remember you were like, so freaking Wentz literally was running into Hutch. He had 3 sacks, but they weren't all that impressive. Many of the sacks Hutch makes aren't really all that impressive. He mostly solves a problem of trying to overpower guards and such and tackles. It's one of the things.
I'm not knocking Hutch in terms of saying that he can't get better, but yeah. I'm not sitting up here raving and like, oh, I was more impressed with James Houston did than I was with Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah, Houston is a freak all his own. I've never seen a man drift like a car.
At least in the rookie season. Now next year, I mean this year, I'm hoping to see much the same from Houston. I'm much to see some stuff from Hutch, but I'm sorry if I put it this way, he had more sacks than JJ Watts, right? Everybody know who JJ Watts is. There's no ifs, ands, and buts. JJ Watts had 5.5 sacks that year, his rookie season. The very next season, he had 20.5 sacks. The season after that, 10.5 sacks. The season after that, 20.5 sacks. The season after that, 17.5 sacks. He had a 4-year tear that was so terrifying that it was ridiculous. On top of all this other stuff, when we talk about Aiden Hutchinson, JJ Watts had 13 tackles for a loss, 19 quarterback hits, right? Like this is just not, these are just basic numbers, right?
Like here's the question for the chat then. What do you guys think next season Hutch is going to get in sack total? Because he got 9 this year, and if we're going to go off Hall of Fame numbers, then like Luke's saying, he should get 20 sacks then.
Oh, I mean, right? If he take that leap, brilliant. But if he comes out and gets another single digit sack season, 9 tackles for a loss. He played 17 games, 9 tackles for a loss. When you go through and look at JJ Watts, and everybody want to talk about the interceptions. Okay, he got interceptions. Cool. Sue had interceptions and a touchdown. Big deal. So
pull up Zach J's tweet there. That's not fair comparison. You're comparing a Hall of Fame career to a guy with 1 season. I mean, we're comparing rookies. So kind of, yes, we are comparing.
We're only comparing rookie seasons. I'm not comparing a whole career. I'm comparing a rookie season.
I mean, we're kind of burying ourselves.
The same rookie season that my man Ben Diesel said he had better than Myles Garrett, right? He told me this. This is what Ben said. Ben said he had a better season than Myles Garrett and the Bosa boys. Well, guess what? Let's talk about Myles Garrett, right? Because if we're going to be able to talk about it, we should be able to have a conversation. So did he have more sacks than Myles Garrett in his first rookie year? He sure did. Myles Garrett had literally 7 sacks, 9 tackles for a loss, and 18 quarterback hits. You want to know what he had the next year? 13.5 sacks. The year after that, 10. The year after that, 12. The year after that, 16. The year after that, 16. So if you're telling me he's on that trajectory, great, brilliant, excellent, outstanding.
Okay. What are the Bosa boys getting?
Oh, I ain't even looked them up yet.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing this because it's like I'm trying to see where we can get an average here. We've got the high end 20, and now we're on 15. So far it seems to be in that range. That somewhere
Joey Bosa. So now hold on, wait a minute. Now Ben Diesel, I need you to come to the congregation, sir. Ben, I need you to the congregation, sir. Don't go nowhere now, Ben, because I didn't even realize this. Ben brought this up. I was minding my damn business. Ben, come to the congregation. All right. Now, Ben said he had more sacks than both the Bosa brothers. That's what he said. Y'all saw that, right? I didn't make this up.
Okay.
So I was just like, oh, okay, cool. I don't care. Right? I didn't even think to look at it. I didn't even think to do it. I knew, I just whatever. And then the first thing I type in is Joey Bosa. Right? That's the first thing I type in. You know what it says? 10.5 sacks.
Was that this year or rookie?
That's his rookie year. And he won Defensive Rookie of the Year and All-Pro.
That changes things. Okay.
But wait a minute. What? He did that in 11 game starts. Your man had 17 game starts.
So that's
he had more tackles for a loss. He had more quarterback hits. Oh, but he didn't have 3 interceptions, Luke. Okay.
Where was he drafted at again?
I don't know if let me go up here. It might be at the top. Let me see the top. It wasn't second overall, I don't think.
It wasn't like Nick Bosa. Nick was drafted, I think, higher than Joey, wasn't he?
Drafted third. He was drafted 3rd overall. So he had. So we know he didn't have more than Joey. None of this matters in all actuality, but he brought it up as a comparison.
Okay.
So let's look at Nick.
Okay.
Because-
'Cause I
Oh, before I go to Nick, hold on. Before I go to Nick, let's just look at the seasons. 10 and a half, 12 and a half. He only played 7 games, started 6, had 5.5 sacks. The very next
Okay.
season after that, 11 and a half, then 7.5, then 10 and a half. Then the last season, he only played in 5 games and had 4 of them, but he had 2.5 sacks. So he essentially had back-to-back double sack years, got hurt, came back healthy, had double sack years, got hurt, came back healthy, had double sack years. Let's go look at Nick Bosa. This is just stupid. I can't believe we got to do this. Again, I'm not against it, but I'm just saying, like, we keep on hyping up stuff that I don't understand why. Why are we doing this? Why?
mean, the
Demand
potential
more.
there, but again, this comes back to your potential argument. And I understand why you're tired of potential.
I'm tired of potential.
I know you. How many years you been watching Lions? I've been 20. So I think you're a bit older than me.
You know what? I never even counted, to be honest with you. I've been doing this since I was a kid. This is my dad. Like,
okay.
So Joey Bosa, so he had so Aiden Hutchinson had a half a sack more than Joey Bosa. Joey Bosa had way more tackles for a loss, way more quarterback hits, which means he was in the backfield way more.
So this
He got
is
2 more. He got 2 more interceptions. He got 2 more interceptions than Aiden. We comparing this man to people with all pros on their belt. Okay. I'm done.
I mean, it's not like he can't be all pro. I'm not going to sit here and say the guy doesn't have the potential to do that. But again, like Luke says, I understand why he's tired of potential. If you've been watching this team long enough, I've seen enough players come and go with the whole potential label, and I understand it.
And shout out to JGB for knowing the answer. The only person he traded for was Michael Brockers, and we hated him. And listen, I don't know if you remember this, Crimson. Was I not upset about that one?
Brockers?
About Brockers, I'm like, what has he ever done? He couldn't do nothing next to Aaron Donald. This is a travesty.
Yeah, I recall it not really being anything special then. I remember you were like, whoop-de-doo on that one. I mean, back then, we were basically all in agreement that Goff was going to be a bridge quarterback, and now we have the Goff truther fan base and the trade Goff fan base. I didn't expect it to turn into this. It's been an interesting ride with the whole Holmes regime. I'll tell you that right now. I did not expect a lot of this.
Luke, why do you want to drag down our guys? We got a lot of young, talented guys. We drafted, are building the team around. They are showing us much promise. I'm cool with all that. I'm not disagreeing with anything you're saying outside of the fact that I'm dragging them down. I'm not.
Thank God they got 9 wins.
I don't have to share the same opinion or view of you of a player if I feel that, hey, this wasn't a season for me to rant and rave about. If the only thing you want me to do is look at numbers, okay, cool. Because I can't look at the intangibles with him. I can't. He's not a fear monger. He's not. This whole concept of where he got double teamed the most, that's cap. That's cap. Teams run certain schemes which evolve around certain blocking for certain players to open. That's not them directly saying stop him. They're not doing that. I watched him sit there and play around with tight ends. He had a whole clean shot against Aaron Rodgers. Got the sack? Great. Could have had a sack fumble.
He did get shut down by that rookie left guard by Seattle. I remember that.
The Seattle people, what, man, come on, bro. Where is he at in these games where we needed him the most? That's all I'm saying. And I'm not just bitching about anything. I'm telling you, I'm tired of seeing investments on offense. The offense is good. Go on and take your investments and put it on some damn defense.
And when he says that, I'm assuming you just mean like D-line.
Ben, listen, Ben. I don't know if you've been paying attention like you need to, Ben, but since Houston hopped on the scene, I've been nothing but praise on him. Is that facts? People in the chat, is that not a fact?
That is a fact. I can tell you.
I have been nothing but praise on him.
Since
his first, what I call him?
You called him our best pass rusher many, many times.
Way before people was talking about it. At the one game, I saw something that I was like, this is not normal.
Like, the thing about Houston that worries me is if he ever injures his leg, I don't know if he can bounce back, because what makes him so good is that bend. Don't ever lose that bend, man. That bend of his is crazy. If you ever seen him run, he looks like a car drifting. He bends that much. I've never seen a guy that big be able to bend like that.
Well, again, like I said, I've been number praise on him. It says I'm not worried about the defense at all. We got so much talent now on the defense. They are going to take a big jump. You at the bottom. How much of a big jump do you take from the bottom? Let me ask you, Ben. I'm asking you, Ben, just you, Ben. Are you prepared to put on the record right now that you believe that the Lions will have a top 10 and top 15 defense? On the record. Are you prepared to do that? If the answer is yes, you're prepared to do that and say that, then I got so much love and respect for you. But if you're not ready to do that, then I don't want to hear about no damn big jump. Going from dead last to anything is not big. Blue and Silver says, what exactly are we doing here? What is your argument exactly? My argument is that we have a team that has denied the opportunity of fully investing in our defense. And I'm ready for it to happen. And it shouldn't have took 4 seasons. And it shouldn't take 4 seasons, because by the time they start really addressing defense, it'd be the 4th season.
Can I ask this, Luke? How many rookie contracts do we have on the defense, actually? There's a lot of rookies on this defense.
I don't care.
I'm just saying, if there are a lot of your rookies or defense, you got a lot of cheap contracts, that might be contributing why you have such a cheap defense right now.
You know why you got a cheap defense? Because there is no marquee player there. Well, Chauncey Gardner might be it.
I'm about to say Gardner, but
yeah, he might be it now. But no.
You've got the potential, but that's only until the pigskin drops and we can find out whether or not our draft picks actually progress, or are they just stagnant. It's a lot of just, that's why I'm not over here telling you that we're going to win the division or anything like that. It's all projection. I have no idea. It's going to be a lot of players taking the next step and maybe doing better than what they did last year, you know?
So shout out to my brother Anthony. He says, you're complaining about a trade that we have not even given up any capital on. When you stop focusing on legitimate arguments, it verges from critical thinking to vendetta territory. No, it's not. Was you and everybody else is missing is I'm not just talking about the trade. The trade is not the issue. The issue is why are we adding to the offense when we still have issues at the interior D line? Why are we even having conversations or trying to bring people in for a look on offense who's not going to make this team just to make a look, when you could have just let them be released and you go out and try to sign them if you gave a care about them enough? That's all I'm saying. I'm saying I just had this conversation. When are we going to invest in this? I'm not finna give no lip service to nobody. I'm not finna go and give you all this happy, rah BS. I'm finna tell the truth. And the truth is this. I watched not only you, but so many of my other fellow YouTube family members lose their cap as we lost game after game because of defense. Rants after rants. Many of them I laughed at, had fun. Like, I thought I was upset. The whole season, go back and look at all my clips from the last season. You didn't get all these rants. I was like, hey, man, the Lions, man, we got potential. I repeated everything that fans repeated to me. So I'm not just complaining. I'm not complaining about the trade. I'm sick of us doing this. I'm sick of it. Go and make a trade and get a look at a damn linebacker. Make a trade and get a look at somebody on interior defensive line. That's all I'm saying. I'm not asking for much.
Thank God we did something in the secondary, because, yeah, I would be definitely with you in the sense of defense. We didn't do anything at all. Like, at least we did that much. I would have been pissed if we were running the same secondary.
Hey, now listen. I want y'all to see something. I asked this question to Ben in the first place. I'm going to ask it again. He dodged it the first time. We're going to see if he do it this time. Okay. Ben, are you prepared to put it on the record that the Lions are going to have a top 10 to top 15 defense? Yes or no? I'll put it out there. Are you prepared to put it out that the Lions are going to have a top 10 to 15 defense on the record right now? He had one of the best rookie seasons as an edge rusher. You think he's going to regress this year? No, I don't think he's going to regress this year. I never said that. I merely had a conversation about the rookie year.
I have
That's
a
it.
number in my head you're not going to like. What I
You cannot
think the
tell me
defense-
Hutch is just average. He had an average season.
I
he is
think the
average.
defense will be ranked around 18th and 19th. That's where my brain's heading.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's fair. I want Ben to tell me top 10 or 15. They making a jump.
Yeah, because if you can do 18th and
See,
19th,
this how I know Ben don't watch this. Yeah, he probably thinks Sue's average too.
no.
Wait,
Luke never said that.
Wait. Who rooted for an offensive tackle and said it was going to happen? Luke. He
We were
wanted one of the
hyped
tackles. He
for it.
wanted either Slater or Sewell. It didn't matter. We were taking one of them tackles. Nice try, though.
Like, look, there's things I'll disagree with Luke, but there's things like I'll admit I disagree with Luke, but there's things I'll defend this guy on. Yeah, he was hyped for Sewell, you know? Really, it's just a matter that Luke here is just kind of saying, look, you can address D-line any time now, which is a need. Yeah, I personally, if you're asking me, I get the receiver deal just because I remember last year with the injuries. I just remember that and how god-awful it was. But like I said,
hold on.
I would like a D tackle as well. I wanted Carter. I was like, when we got Gibbs, I nearly flipped the table.
All right. So Anthony says, okay, Luke, then answer me. Pick 183 is the highest pick Holmes has given up in a trade, not in a draft. Given up in a trade, not in a draft. Who you getting in free agency for pick 183 who makes this defense better? Who you get? What?
I mean,
I'm not.
look,
I'm not trying to be fun. I don't understand the question. Are you saying
what I'm
like
trying
because
to say is
because if they're a free agent, why am I giving up a pick? Like I'm trying to understand like the question, and also whether you know it or not, you're proving my point.
I think
Why,
what he's trying
why
to
don't he
say
trade
is-
up? Why don't he trade that some picks to get us some defensive help?
I
That's all
think
I'm
what he's
asking.
trying to say is who you picking at 183 that's going to improve the defense. I think that was the quick and easy.
I still ain't got an answer from Ben.
What do you ask?
For the third time, are you prepared to say that they're going to have a top 10 to 15 defense? And the answer, he's not going to answer that.
What great Jet trade this offseason? Not that I.
What that got to do with the Lions?
It's
What is
well.
no. I'm gonna tell you why this is dumb. I'm gonna tell you why this is dumb. That has nothing to do with the Lions. What great person got traded? What that got to do with the Lions?
There's
Were
great
there-
DCs that can be traded for.
Damn that. Were there defensive tackles that we could have went out there that was better than Isaiah Buggs? Yes. Were there players that you could have upgraded from better than Isaiah Buggs and Kaminsky that was out there in free agency? Sure. Would you have to pay them? Sure. But please spare me this other. This is nonsensical BS. I don't have time for that.
None is the answer.
All right, let me see. Ricky Bobby says, I'll put it on the record, Luke. The Lions will have a top 15 defense. Hey, I love me some you, Ricky Bobby.
Ricky is a brave man. I love that about
Shake and
him.
bake. If you ain't first, you ain't first, you last. I appreciate that. But ironically, I didn't ask you. I asked Ben. Yes, Mofo's going to have a top. Most definitely going to have a top 15 defense for sure. Yep, but I asked Ben. Maybe now he'll have some liquid courage to say, yeah, he got some people with him.
I got beer in me, and I've been watching the Lions for
Thank
years.
you.
I've got liquid courage
Thank
in
you.
me, and I've never been confident.
Thank you, Jack Frost. Luke wanted Slater, but was still happy with Sue. Yep, I knew we were taking a tackle. We needed a tackle. I wanted to complete the offensive line. I felt that we should have completed the offensive line. I also was the same one who predicted that we was going to take a damn running back this year in the first round. And I was the only one saying that, and people said I was batshit crazy. And what do we did? Took a running back.
To be fair, I wasn't the one who said you're a batshit, but
But you remember every time we did a mock draft battle or I said anything about running back with that first pick, I got chewed out.
dude, you got called crazy for Hendon Hooker, but we got him. But hey, to be fair, the chat was right. Hendon did go in third. I will give chat
because
that.
he was hurt.
Yeah.
He's right. He was hurt.
Yeah.
Shout out to my man Miko. What up, though? All right. We coming up on the 2-hour point. So I'm gonna see. I'm just trying to get people. It says sorry. In a trade for a pick. Oh, so sorry. He said in a trade for pick 183, who could we have gotten to make this team better in pick 83? Got it. Okay, because I was like, wait a minute, what? If he a free agent, what the hell are we doing?
If we're talking like a D tackle at pick 183, I guess who the heck is what D tackle out there? Someone gonna release out there, I guess.
I don't know if they're gonna necessarily release, but here's the thing. When I look at a draft capital, it's not just like, oh, who you can get directly with that pick. Because many times when people make trades, they make package deals, right? So let's say, for example, right? Let's look at Broderick Martin, because this is everybody's favorite guy. He's the new guy.
I would say he's the new Malcolm Rodriguez now.
He 100% is. All right.
Honestly.
So let's say we look at that trade, right? Hypothetically, we just looking at that trade. So we know that the Lions traded up in the draft to get him, right? Like we know like this happened. So what did the Lions do? Right? The Lions, to get that pick at third, they gave up a 4th round pick and they gave up 2 5th round picks 139 and 168. So they packaged 2 5ths and a 4th to move back up into the third to take this guy, right? And so what I'm saying is okay, that's I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I pray to God Broderick Martin is the second coming of like Akeem Hicks all over again, or Jones, Chris Jones. I'm praying for it, right? But let's say we did
Shaun
that.
Rogers.
Oh, who?
Shaun Rogers.
I don't really care. I just need a D tackle that's worth something, right? So let's say that happened. But he packaged the deal to do it, right? So now when I go through and I look at that pick, I'm thinking, yeah, it's in 2025. I get it. If he don't make the team, you don't do it. I'm cool with that. None of that's my problem. My problem is we act like we didn't get James Houston in the 6th round. We act like we didn't get Malcolm Rodriguez in the 5th round. People that fans love, right? We act like we didn't package them late round picks to move up in the 3rd round to get Broderick Martin. That, so we look at all the different things. My issue is, why do we keep putting attention to the offense? I can name so many things we did to help this offense out. But when it comes to the defense, I'm not impressed. We get scraps.
Like I said, I just pray to God Sutton does become like what they think. They gave him a good sized contract to be here. And I pray to God everyone's right about Mosley. I mean, if he's not hurt, he does look solid. But again, this comes the whole injury bug thing. And look, I've been a Lions fan for years. I've never been confident with players with injury histories, okay? I've seen enough injury-riddled players come in here, and it's... But hey, maybe changing out Ford Field's turf will do something, because apparently that was injuring players.
And that's my point. That's my point. I just look at it, and I'm just saying, at some point...
Greg, that's all we have.
At some point, it's got to be different. It's got to be different than just potential hope. I'm over hope. Damn that. That's like the dude who girlfriend keep cheating on him and he just stay with her hoping she don't do it again. But if you drop that heifer and move on, you ain't got to worry about she doing it again. If she do it with somebody else. And what we do is we hang on to potential and hope. Yeah, I had high hope for them last year.
I mean,
and they
to be
failed.
Fair, let's be fair. All NFL fan bases go off of potential and hope. Let's be honest here.
I don't care about them. We're one of how many teams that have been to a Super Bowl?
Let's see. I think there's 4 left.
Come on, man. I don't care about. You know what I'm saying? When the Steelers have hope, they can do that. They are an established organization. Every time you see a highlight of somebody who's in it, the Lions, 4-5 clips. The only time you see the Lions in the highlight where we doing damage is Barry Sanders. I mean, come on. I just want more.
I'm just tired of being the running punching.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about, Ben. That's what I'm talking about.
Good man, Ben.
That's
good
what I'm
man.
talking
Stick
about.
to your guns.
This is what I want. That's all I need.
That.
Thank you. Because now with everything you saying, I can believe it. Because you gave me the proof. You believe that we're going to have a top 15 defense? Punched it. I locked it in. Thank you. I don't.
But
thank
here's
you.
the thing. I'm a Red Wings fan, and we don't get the sort of jokes that the
Oh,
Lions
wait a
fans
minute. Wait a minute.
expect.
I'm sorry, Crimson. Hold on.
Oh,
Hold on.
what's this?
I ain't making a prediction. No, damn that. No, see, don't
I mean, to
backpedal
be
now.
fair, all this is prediction anyway. So
No,
technically,
no. Listen. All he been saying all day is how, this person is great. This person is that. And now we talking about I'm just making predictions. Nah, stamp that shit. Stamp it. You confident that they are who you say they are? Put it on there. You believe it, right? Don't try to give me no disclaimer and then say, well, I said I'm making a prediction. Stop it.
Is this the equivalent of putting cross your fingers behind your back?
Yeah, come on, man. I gave him all this praise and hype and love, and then he gonna come and hit me with this, man. Come on. I was all happy and everything for him, and then he come, man, hope in one hand, shit in the other, see which one fills up first. Man, that's what I'm saying. Come on. Well, no, we should win it. Right. We should win it.
Okay. The SOL loser thing. Okay, look. SOL fan base is completely effing different. SOL is toxic. There's no comparison with this. This is just being cautious, okay? We are not SOL, all right? SOL.
I didn't take it as that. I do believe that.
Okay?
I do believe that we are winning the division if the defense can play well. If the defense do what you say, which you tried to backpedal on, which is be the top 15 defense, we're winning in the division.
Honestly,
Hands down.
here's a good thing that could probably happen. You watch Detroit Tigers, right? You know how the AL Central is terrible? Shoot, we might still be just super average. We might just win it because our division's that terrible. Look at the Tigers. They're almost winning, almost catching up to the division lead, and our division's terrible.
Well,
The NFC North is not that impressive right now, and I don't see any of them. I don't see the Vikings being like they were last year.
Well, listen, we've been on for an hour and 56 minutes. I've gotten my rant out my system. I feel so much better, right? My whole entire plan was to do something totally different. But unfortunately, I have to battle with people. Yeah. Nico, he been talking all day. They gonna be this. This person is great. This person is nuts. We did this. This person's phenomenal. Luke thinks this. Luke thinks that. All I asked him is to put a stamp on something that we can chronicle out, and then he gonna backpedal on it with I'm making a prediction.
I know.
Oh, he said he behind like 5 minutes on the stream. Oh, okay. I'm like, tell me something. But again,
Okay,
I'm trying to finish.
all right.
I'm trying to finish the stream up using like my phone's internet. So I do. So okay, we back on. Thank you, Ben. Top 10 and 15 defense next season. Book it. Thank you, Ben. Thank you.
There we go. There
All right,
we go.
Crimson, give the people your final thoughts, man.
Final thoughts are this. Look, I know some of you guys, I already seen in the chat, we're already getting the SOL comment. Look, we've been fans for many, many years. I can tell you, yes, 20 years. I've seen this many times. Do I have hope? Do I think we have high protection? Do I think we're in division? Yeah, I think, but I'm the type of guy like my shirt. I am gray. I do not deal in absolutes. Like I said before, football teams are like communism. Good on paper, but you got to see in practice. And sometimes in practice, it goes to shit. Okay, so that's my stance as a Lions fan. I do not hype up. I do not hype low. I like what I see, and we'll see if it translates on the field.
Listen, I appreciate every person who came in here that disagreed, agreed with me. I appreciate it. I appreciate every person who came in, whether they stayed on topic or not. I was happy about it. My stance is clear. I'm sick of the investments on offense. Not because I don't want to get better on offense, but because I believe we have everything we need to be a successful offense. What I do know is this. We spent 3 years under Matt Patricia being a hot garbage defense. We're now in year 3 of a whole new coaching staff, whole new regime, and our defense is still hot garbage. That's a total of 5 years of a pathetic defense being last. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. We're not even out of the top 10 of worst defense. We're in the top 5 to 3, if not 1 to 2. And I'm sick of it. But you know me, I cannot end the show unless I do it on a positive note. And today's positive quote, I have no clue where it comes from. I just saw it and I thought this was awesome. It says it's not what you do, it's how you do it. It's not what you see, it's how you look at it. It's not how your life is, it's how you live your life. I love this quote because it's all about you. It's all about the captain of this whole entire ship. It's all about the person who's in control of their lives, who's in control of what they say, what they see, their perspective. It's all about your mindset for it to be different. When you put yourself in the position to move differently, to think differently, to put yourself in a spot where you can be different, all the other factors don't have any power over you. You pick your friends. You pick the food you put in your mouth. You pick the job you want. You pick the girl you want to date. You pick who you have children with. It's you. And the accountability of you is what's going to build your legacy. The accountability of you was going to build your empire. You can't build your empire with them, they, him, she, ye. You can't build it with them. You have to build it with you, with your decision makings, with your wants and your likes and your needs. And when you do that, when you fully did that, then you have conquered the first step of being a real captain. Congratulations. I know many of you are captains here today. And at the end of the day, what can I say? I rock with all of you, love you all, praying for you as always. And as always, don't be no chump, ladies and gentlemen. Please do your research. I'll be back at it again with a more positive vibe tomorrow because I want to still hit on these points. Please do your research. We are out.